everybody doing tonight? In the land of the Golden Dome. We won tonight, by the way. South Bend, Indiana. Welcome to the Laskowski program. Tonight's going to be a good night. In many different ways. You'll see it. We always got a crew of people laughing, don't we? You'll love that. You'll hear that a lot. We'll be right back after this. Week number 2, South Bend, Indiana. Notre Dame wins against Arizona State. And I have a lot that I want to discuss tonight. Tonight we're going to have a guest on. I'm going to continue about unity from last week. That discussion is going to be even more amazing here tonight because it's going to be even deeper than what I talked about last week. We have a lot of stuff going on that people don't realize. We have a government shutdown that I know of people that are honestly affecting. And it's sad. It's sad that the American people can't wake up, speak up, rise up, say something about this. Because now, I'm sure I'm not the only one. I know this is affecting a lot of people out there. Honest to God. So I'm going to run down a few things tonight about that, about the shutdown. Why did the government shut down? Congress has one key duty in the Constitution. Pass spending bills that fund the government. If it doesn't, many functions in the government, from funding agencies to paying out small business loans and processing passport requests, grinds to a halt. That affects you, and it affects everybody else out there. One way or another. You may not see it now. You guys are young. And I'm speaking about my cousins. Or not cousins. One of my cousins are here. His friend is here. Also along with my other one that's running the show tonight, who is not here. He had to take a pee break. A pee break, yes. But all this intentionally does affect every single one of us. And it's sad. It grinds to a halt. That's the crazy thing about it to me. Because just in the job that I was working, Obamacare, it passed October 1st. It came into law October 1st, actually. It suffered my job. I've now lost hours at my job. And not only on top of losing hours, now I have to pay for health insurance. Now, here's a common denominator question to you guys tonight. If someone told you, hey, Corey, you're going to work 40 hours a week, and you're going to make pretty good money, working 40 hours a week. Now, what if I tell you after October 1st, which just passed, hey, Corey, now your hours are going down from 40 to 25 to 30. And not only that, you're only making minimum wage. You're not making anything more than that. And on top of that, I tell you now, you have to pay for your own health insurance. Yeah, it would piss you off. It would piss anybody off. I'd hope it would piss a lot of people off in this country, because that is directly affecting them. Directly affecting them. But some services like Social Security, air traffic control, and active military pay will continue to be funded. Thank God that at least is. At least for the military people. Thank God you're still making your money. My mom was on Social Security at the end of her run. She was on Social Security this whole time. And I can't even imagine at this point in 2013 that at this point my mom was going to lose her money because of being on medical disability. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine losing money just like that because it's gone? Seriously. At least the military is still getting paid. Air traffic control, well, if you want to fly from one place to the other, you better hope that doesn't get knocked off. And Social Security, some people out there honestly deserve it, and some people don't. I'm explaining my situation about my mother and how that's affecting her. How that would affect her now if she was still alive. Because she would not be getting no Social Security benefits here, according to this. Yet one has to wonder, Social Security, military, and air traffic control, those are pretty important aspects of everyday life for some people, especially those who travel country. And I know plenty of kids from high school that I grew up with that travel the country every day. They really do. So imagine if all those things were cut off for a second, where would our country lie? It would not be a good thing. And nobody's paying attention to this, I feel. Everybody's like, government shut down. They shut down, so fuck it. We don't care. Doesn't affect us until it hits you. And I know a lot of people who have been in this situation where you were furloughed and now basically not getting paid anything at all. And everybody treats the government shutdown like it's some kind of joke. And he went out to go for another pee break. You're 0 for 2 tonight. Just to let you know. People are really being affected by this, and nobody's paying attention to it. Nobody is. That's a damn shame, honestly. The damn shame of this whole thing is, it goes back to unity. I love all my friends. Each and every one of them. I love all my family. What would unity mean to you? at this point. If everything you had to offer is gone, you're back to square one. And I'll make this obvious. It's like having a car, a house, things that are important to your everyday life. And just imagine if all those things were gone in an instant. How would you treat your life? Where do you go from there? How the hell do you start over? Because at this point, it's not easy. Hell, I can raise my hand right now and tell each and every one of you that I am the first person that has lost everything that I thought I would gain out of life at this point. And all that shit is gone. I have a car in the shop right now. Timing belt gone. Water pump gone. $1,200 job to get fixed. And not only am I going to pay a $1,200 job on this car, but I got to pay $180 a month to the fucking car company just to keep the car around. So $1,218 later, I got to keep my life afloat. And guess what? It's gone. People don't really see things. Or should I say, people don't really look at things. And it all may be there, your house, car, and all. But then, just like that, it's gone. So I ask each and every one of you out there, this is my challenge for week number 2 here. What do you do when everything is gone? Where do you begin? Your car is gone. Your house is gone. Everything important to you is gone. What do you do? As hell, I haven't even figured it out yet. And I'm still trying to figure it out. Tonight's going to be a very personal night on this show. You're going to hear things that are going to blow your fucking head off. I guarantee it. I had this a lot more prepared than last week's show. Last week's show was just getting it out there. Now it's about business. Business starts today. The way I look at things differently start today. And I'm not looking back on it. Any of it. Because once you lose something that you worked hard for, something that is important to you in many different ways, how the hell do you begin to do something over after it is taken away from you? And you try so hard to stay afloat. And you can't now. What do you do? Where do you begin? Our country doesn't even have it together. We're having a government shutdown right now. It's not safe. I believe at any point in time when you have a government shutdown like that, it is more prone to have something like a terrorist attack. I believe so. When your government is shut down and people now have to oblige to something that they never agreed to in the first place. Think about that for a second. The Obamacare. No one agreed to that. Now you have all this upon you. What are you supposed to do when you have other endeavors to take care of, and you can no longer take care of those endeavors because you don't have the money to afford it? What do you do? It's depressing because you try so hard to stay on top of everything, and once you feel that you've fallen down to the ground and you can no longer take everything, what are you supposed to do then? Who do you turn to? Who do you talk to about that? The person I try to talk to about that every day is no longer here. No longer with me. So what am I supposed to do? What are you supposed to think? So tonight, I go out on my own adventure, my own endeavor, my own journey to bring back unity, respect, and love in people. I feel today, especially on the world of Facebook, it doesn't get more pathetic than that. Because as far as I'm concerned on Facebook, I'm not reading anything that's A, intelligent, B, worth a damn. It's all stupid to me. No one's saying anything good about anything. No one has a fucking clue. And that's where I feel it's a very sad thing. Because no one has a fucking clue what's going on. Why? Why are you letting yourselves do that? Hell, I've lost everything, but I at least have a better head on my shoulders than a lot of people I know. That's for damn sure. So tonight is a very effective night on this show. Tonight I wanted to make the second episode the best episode yet. You thought the first one was good? Hell, I've came in this show a lot more confident than last week. I'm not nervous. I'm not shocked. I'm ready to go. Tonight, I have a special guest on the show. She will be with me, and she will talk about her truth. A lot of people, I hope, out there can relate to this story. Because tonight's going to be a good one. But for right now, I'm going to go ahead and take a break. I'm going to go ahead and play a song for you guys. And next will be my guest. And I'm ready to shock the fucking world tonight. Go Irish, you guys won against Arizona State. And everybody took them out of that challenge. Honestly, I didn't get a chance to really watch a lot of it because I was setting up for the show. This one tonight. I'm going to go ahead and take a break, and I'll be right back. All right, we are back. Asher Bach, Upper Up Bus. That was a song you heard. A band I've seen many times out there. Out live. So now I'm going to continue a new subject, or actually kind of an old subject from last week. Unity and the life of a lost one. I'm putting these two together. You're about to hear a guest tonight that's going to totally blow your head off after the story you hear. I told you I was coming with a bang this week, and I'm not going to lie about that. Furthermore, ladies and gentlemen, welcome my guest. My godmother, or I could say my fairy godmother, either way. My Aunt Darlene. How you doing tonight?
Doing good. How are you doing?
I'm good. Doing real good.
Great.
I tried to get you on last week's show. It kind of got just thrown out there, but this week I had a little more concave plan, so it's working out a lot better this week.
That's good. Yeah, I listened to your show last week. It's interesting.
Thank you. That's
Gotta
what
get
I'm
it
here
out
to
there,
do.
Things that people don't want to talk about.
And yeah, a lot of people silence themselves, especially in a very crazy time that we live in.
Oh, yeah.
We shouldn't be silencing ourselves, right? I wouldn't think so.
Exactly. There's so much out there. I mean, there's stuff that you're going to talk about tonight, and there's the forbidden that nobody wants to talk about, and it's like, somebody needs to talk about it.
Sure. Well, here we are.
Mm-hmm.
Here we are tonight. The conversation is this. Now, you know as well as I know. I lost my mom September 19th of 2010. 3 years ago. But I want you to tell everybody here tonight your story. Your story that makes you greater.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Go through your tell everybody your tragedies. Tell the world what you have to tell them.
You know, it's like this. People can die instantly from a heart attack. You know, that's like, you know, anyone. People can die instantly in car accidents. People can have long 6-month lives where they're just deteriorating from cancer. You have people that are murdered. You have
people who are raped.
Die, you know, and then you have what I have.
Sure.
Suicide.
Suicide.
You know, suicide, and then without a note. I mean, come on. But anyway, you know, I had 20 years of marriage. It was good.
Mm-hmm.
Good marriage. We had fun. We had good times. 10 years without kids, 10 years with kids. And then, you know, we were married 10 years to be married because we were in love, not because, you know, I got knocked up. So it's true love. And for it to end like that after 20 years, and then you don't have an explanation, it blows your mind. What it is it was depression. A lot of people don't want to face that.
Right.
Because I'm going through it now. I've been going through it since it happened 6 years ago, June 6, 2007. I'm the one that's going through depression now. And people don't understand it because you're not dying of cancer. You're not in a car accident or something. It's one of those things that are just, it's like I feel like, okay, even before he did that, and he said he had it, we tried everything.
Right.
We kept it quiet because we were embarrassed of what people would think. We kept it quiet. He kept it quiet. He tried to help. But unless you have your head wrapped up, does anybody say, oh, well, man, something's wrong?
Right.
No. It's not that something's wrong. It's more than so. It's just, it's a bad thing if people don't want to face that. Well, the end result is suicide. Is that what you want? Because
right.
That's what I got, and that's what my kids got. They're, you know...
And the sad thing is that nobody out there is going to listen to that story.
No. And the people that, you know what? A lot of people say, well, it's really a cowardly thing to do is suicide. You know what? In the past 6 years, I sit here and I think about stuff. I don't know if it takes a coward to do suicide. I mean, sure, he took a long, you know, solution for a short-term problem, yes. But I couldn't kill myself.
Me either.
I wouldn't do that. There's no way I could.
Anybody on both sides of my family knows I would never do that to myself.
Right. But a lot lot of people say, oh, well, statistics show that, a spouse of a suicide victim is 80%, and the children are 50. Well, yeah, I'm sure. That's statistics. I'm not statistics.
Right.
I fight it every day. Like I said, now I'm the one with the depression and my kids got it too, but I fight it every day.
Right.
I didn't ask for this.
Nobody
I
asked
didn't
for
ask
this.
For it. And then the sad part of it is, like I said, we had 20 years of a wonderful marriage. So when did this happen?
Right.
And then how it happened. I mean, my God, I go to work. He drops me off at work. The kids are at home. He takes them to McDonald's. The day before, he bought them each a game and a movie, so they're satisfied and happy. And he goes in the basement,
Right.
throws 2 hose, hangs up a noose, and hangs himself with the kids there for 2 hours. And I find them.
So let me ask everybody out there, based on what you just heard right now, how would you react to that? How the hell are you supposed to live? How is one gonna live going through something like that? I'd really like an answer on that, honestly.
I know. You know what? And it's been 6 years, believe me. It doesn't get easier, it gets softer.
Right. Oh yeah.
But I can talk and I'm not crying right now. I mean, you've seen me.
Yeah.
You see
I saw it I saw it the
You were
day.
there.
Yes, I was. I didn't even, I'll be honest with you, even at that very time, I didn't know how to react to that.
No, the kids still remember you taking them to Dairy Queen, though.
Yeah. As one of the bright highlights of that moments, yes.
Yeah.
And those are not very powerful moments where somebody can sit there and be like, oh, well, look what just happened. Something good just happened.
Yeah.
No, that was not anything good at all. Imagine if that happened to you.
I know. I mean, honestly, because you're part of this too. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Because I happen to be a family member.
Sure.
But what's the effect of you on it? When you found out, and knowing Uncle Fred, he wouldn't do something like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
absolutely.
The effect that it has on the people, not just the person that did it to himself, they don't realize the effects
of what actually happened.
On so many, like a wave, it just keeps going and going, from nieces to nephews to cousins to brothers, sisters, and it all stems from something as simple as depression, man. And people that are, have cancer and all that, they have that depression.
Sure.
Why don't they need to work on that? They need to work on it. Maybe people wouldn't give up because they don't have a choice, so they just get depressed and lost.
Everybody gets lost in translation. That's my answer. And here's why I'm going to answer it that way. Everybody gets lost in translation because everybody is set in their own ways. Nobody wants to look outside the box or even give a damn of feeling to someone.
Right.
When all you have to do is step yourself back for a moment. See every situation for what it is. Realize that situation as you see it. And then learn from that situation.
Yeah.
And
Brandon, I've been to I still go to a psychiatrist. I have to.
Yeah.
5.5 years now.
I can't blame you for that.
It's going to be the rest of my life.
Yeah. Quite literally. And guess what? If this is not a wake-up call to the people of our world, this ain't even being broadcasted nationwide. This is being broadcasted worldwide.
Yeah, see, what they don't understand is, okay, take a simple thing like a kid getting bullied in school.
Sure.
Or anything. I have one on my Facebook. She's getting bullied because she looks not like a girl yet. She's still, flat-chested, blah, 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 whatever they want to call it. So
not to the normal, guy standard, yes. Gotcha.
Yeah, she's only a 7th to 8th grader. What is she supposed to look like, And so she's getting bullied. Well, she, told her mom she wants to hurt herself. So what, this young girl, because some kids are going to bully her, she's going through depression, of course. Depression, it pops up again.
Statistics, said.
Take her own life.
Listen, yeah, exactly. And if you look at the actual statistics of our subject of what you just mentioned, now we have a world of Facebook. Everything is out there nowadays. So guess
Yeah.
what? Now that poor girl is getting picked on by people.
Yeah.
And she basically has her own sentence to death. Kills
Exactly.
herself.
See, I think everybody who gets caught up with, anything, I mean, if they get, how do I want to say, if they find out they have cancer, or if they find out that, even if it's the kind of cancer you have to beat,
Sure.
and you can beat, or if you diagnosed with anything, you go through a depression, and I think people need to start waking up. Even if you lose a job, you're depressed.
Yeah. It's
I
a
mean,
fact of
people don't
life.
want to, that is such a big thing. I swear, it's a big thing. You get scared, you get nervous, you get anxiety, and what comes to mind is, I just don't want to make it anymore.
Right.
Bullshit.
Right.
And it's all because of other people think. No, man, like I said, I'm fighting depression. Oh, probably 2 times a year, but I'm still fighting it.
Sure.
And
And I'll be honest with you.
Anybody who loses a loved one, they're fighting it. The
Mm-hmm.
holidays come. What do? You're fighting depression.
Sure.
It's a serious thing that leads to a long-term solution, man, forever.
I know a lot of people in this world, Darlene. I met a lot of people who have gone through their own stories, gone through a lot of different shit in their lives.
Right.
And if it wasn't for me being there at a lot of certain times, I don't know how I would live with myself.
Right. See,
And
it's
I
like
could only
you were
wish that other people would understand that, but they don't.
Yeah.
Simplest
Well, they
people
will.
to you. That's what really bothers me about this whole thing. The simplest people to you will not give you a chance to even speak, because when you do speak what you would know as the truth, they're not buying it as the truth.
Right.
They're buying it as a lie. And that's what I don't
Right.
like.
Exactly. That's exactly right.
But there's so many people go through drug abuse, go through this, go through that, because if they could only speak the truth to the people out loud, nobody at that point, nobody would say to themselves, okay, well, I think you're lying and you're full of shit.
Yeah. And you know what? Sometimes, people get caught up in that stuff, and it's not like they intended it to be that way. They were just having a little fun here or there, or dabbing there or there.
Smoke a
But
fucking joint.
Yeah.
Have a little bit of
Smoke a joint,
alcohol.
eating a Twinkie, man.
Yeah. Don't suck
know?
the fucking cream out of goddamn Twinkie. Smoke a goddamn joint. Maybe that'll save yourself some time. Save yourself some love. And I know plenty of people who have been,
Okay, so I'll tell you about this. Okay, so, like Michigan's got medical, so does a couple other states, right?
Yeah.
I go to the state of Michigan because I am diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder, and then a part of me is that agoraphobia, which is the fear of leaving the house and stuff, because, the kids and such, and the kids kind of have that too. If
Sure.
I was in the state of Michigan, they're going to prescribe me marijuana. I
Right.
would take it. Okay, here, my psychiatrist, what do you need? Adderall, what do you need? Xanax,
Xanax, yeah.
Yada, yada, this, that.
Oh, I've
the
had
other
a
thing.
horrible experience
It's
with
like,
Xanax.
how about a joint?
Yeah. More God, natural,
How about, medical
grown from the
marijuana?
ground. Yeah, I think I like marijuana more than I like coffee. I'm not gonna lie to
You know
you.
what? It's like, no, we don't do that here, but we're just the number one place of, narcotics. Number one for, crystal methamphetamine bust and jailed people. But, no, we're not going to legalize something
Sure.
that is medical.
Sure.
No, we can't do that, but we'll give you,
I'll give you a fake I'll check this out. I've even had a
Tell us
fake
about
HT. I had a fake HTC pill, or THC pill. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm thinking HTC, the phone company, but THC is where it's in marijuana. And yes, I had a fake THC pill one time.
Really?
And it was a synthetic THC, something that was government grown made. Not any good.
Yeah, I wondered about how that would
It's
react
not
to
good.
me. It was good?
No, it was not.
Okay.
It was not like
Oh, well.
having your
It'd be like popping a Xanax or something like that.
pretty much. It was made
That's
for
right.
it was made for cancer patients, and I'm thinking, well, shit, if you're a cancer patient, won't you just smoke a little bit of weed?
well, that's what they suggest. Well, look at Grandpa. That's what his doctor told him in Indiana.
Yeah.
When he found out he had pancreatic cancer, he said, you know, smoke a little bit of marijuana. Bam, it was there. He smoked it and he had an appetite. You know, he only lived 30 days.
Right.
Jesus Christ. People need to start waking up and look. You know what?
Look at the facts.
If Uncle Fred, and you know how he was, if they would have just said, you know, you're going through depression, you need to smoke a couple, it probably would knock him right back into reality.
Right.
But he was like, not doing this, not doing that, tried to get treatment and all this shit. The wrong treatment.
Get the alternative treatments. The ones that support marijuana and the ones that actually work.
Look what the pills did for him. He took all the pills and then had the ability to, you know, have the suicidal thoughts and bam. So, you know, you can't win or lose on that.
Sure. Sure. Absolutely.
Why couldn't you have just smoked a joint?
It's a lot different than taking a THC pill. A lot different than taking fucking Xanax. A lot different than Adderall or whatever else the fucking government's fucking prescribing.
I don't want to take any pills.
No.
I don't want to be no pill popper. Join the state of number one. Hell no.
Now let me ask you this: Do you think our prescription pills do people better, or do you think they do them a lot worse off?
In the state that I'm in, I'm saying worse.
Mm-hmm.
Because because of coming from Indiana and knowing that, you know, what Indiana and Michigan did, that put everybody in a happy medium versus here, no. I mean, they want to prescribe you a pill for everything.
Sure.
Now,
absolutely.
Now depression, that's a whole different thing. You know, get worked out and see what you need, the right one for you. But I'm talking about like narcotics, you know, and what is it, more of the speeder type things like
Adderall, yep.
ADHD drugs that the college kids are doing, and, you know, like the Xanax, which is the equivalent of almost like a, you know, not really a joint, but it brings you down.
Yeah, it's a downer, sure. Absolutely, it's a downer.
And then there's these other things that put you kind of in a Xanadu land, and
melatonin is a melatonin. I was just having a conversation with a few people outside, and I was telling them melatonin's no different than having a fucking Xanax. It's a fucking sleeping pill, man.
Yeah, right.
You know.
Tranquilizer is another thing they and it's like.
Does everybody have ADHD or hyperactive?
Hell no.
You know, come on. Let's be realistic here.
Right, doctor. That's what I'm saying. So it's like, we're the Bible Belt, but you could buy alcohol on Sunday also.
I know.
So it's crazy.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen.
I just don't get it because bipolar. Okay, bipolar. If you look it up, marijuana's good for bipolar, but no, they won't do that. They'll rather prescribe you, you know, all that different medicine.
Sure. Anything that's not marijuana, anything that's
anything
that's against the rule book, pretty much.
Yeah.
And it's sad.
It's all about, you know, it all stems with that depression. Get the people on the right stuff. Okay, like for marijuana use, which I think if Uncle Fred would have been on that, I think it would have brought him to a happy medium. He would have had appetite. He would have lived. He would have slept. He was having all these deficiencies, all this stuff. This may go wrong. This may go wrong. Yeah, it did all go wrong. But, you know, who's to say? But, my God, all he needed was something to chill him out, not a pill. My God, not a pill. I just don't get it. I don't get it. But it all stems with depression. I don't care.
The right things are wrong and the wrong things are right.
Yeah. Okay, there's the people that I knew from Indiana. So did you. They, you know, and I don't quite remember their names, but that young man who had bipolar, and his mom's like, I'm not going to give him 3 or 4 different medicines a day when he's going to smoke a marijuana cigarette. He was 18, and she got him off. He couldn't afford that, and he wasn't on insurance
Unbelievable.
anymore. What was he? I can't remember his name now. But,
was it Chi-Chi?
Like, God, if people would really look into it, and you wouldn't have a lot of this.
No, you wouldn't. No, I agree. Absolutely agree. Just imagine if all our loved ones could have had something to that nature. At least an alternative approach to pills and I don't think pills work that well.
You know?
My honest opinion.
Yeah, I'm just getting through myself, just living each day, trying to be a healthy and straight-minded person, you know, and just
Sure.
carry on with my life.
And that's all
Take
one
your
can
pills,
do.
I don't need them, you know.
That's all one can do.
A lot of people need to talk about. I go to a psychiatrist, and sometimes I don't talk about half the things I want to talk about because you know what? In this day, even going there,
You're not going to believe
and you
me.
try to talk, yeah, they don't want to hear it. They want to hear, oh, you know, everything's just about the same, you know, la 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 la. Here, let me write you out a prescription. Okay, we'll see you, and you know.
What an actual way to solve a problem. Seriously, that's solving a lot of problems.
It's funny. How I was going to psychiatrist this summer, like once every 3 weeks, $75 a pop.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they don't want to hear it. They, you know, sure, they're going to hear it, but they done heard it. They don't want to keep hearing it. But if that's what it is, that's what it is.
Sure.
Sorry, you know.
Hey, it's money in their pocket. It's money
Yeah.
you lose. And as a reward, you get a pill.
Yeah. That's basically, you know what, I had so many prescriptions were written to me, I just throw them out.
Sure.
There ain't no way I'm getting on that stuff. It feels good to talk it out, but you're really not, because I found myself talking it out sometimes, like you're saying, people don't want to discuss it.
They don't.
And it's, you know, I'm paying $75 an hour, man. And you go to bring it up, but like I said, if you brought it up already.
So my question is this: Why is there so many gray areas? Well, we could just have a black or white conversation.
Like you said, here's another pill. Here, you
Yeah,
might be
take this. Take this. This will help you. Go ahead and take that. That'll help you. All right, we're gonna go ahead and take another music break. We'll be right back with our guest. We'll be right back after this. and it was done in Spanish. The countdown. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. I'm still here with my Aunt Darlene. I was having a conversation during the break about a lot of interesting stuff. And Aunt Darlene, tell them a story about my mother and my father. Are you still there?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yep. Well, go right
yeah,
ahead.
yeah.
Tell them a story about how my mother and father have met.
Well, you know what? And it's funny that you said that you didn't really know. Cause
Yeah, you're right. I didn't know.
But Chris and Carol, which are your aunt, your mom's twin sisters, the twins, which they always hated to be called that. And we hung out together in grade school and high school. So it was like we just did things together. Your Uncle Dennis had the boat, and we'd go swimming and go boating and all that stuff. And then my brother, Joe, which is your dad, my older brother, he just started taking me down to the house. And, of course, we all knew each other from just growing up in the neighborhood and stuff. And Joe just hung around. And that's what happened. And your mom kind of, and my dad, me and your dad, just kind of hit it off. So, if it wasn't for me, Chris and Carol, really, your mom and dad would have never got together because it was us hanging out that brought them together.
It's a mystery I didn't even know. You're right. It's a mystery I didn't even know, honestly.
Yep.
I had no idea that even happened.
A year, I believe it was about a year, because about 21 or 22, because I think that's about when they got married. And like I said, the one time I was looking out of the bedroom window, here comes your dad pulling up in his truck. Your mom parked outside for over an hour. And,
I really hope that Amy and Scott listen to this. Amy and Scott is my brother and my sister, and I really hope you two listen to this whole story.
And they were together for a few amount of years before kids, so they wanted to be together because they wanted to be together.
And I'm glad for that.
Yeah. I think there was a span of maybe 4 years, maybe at least. I think before they had you.
Yeah,
so
I think it was either 3 or 4 years, yes, because I got married in 1980, and I was born in 83 of April 30th, so, yeah, about 3 years. Almost 3 years, yes.
Okay, plus the year they went together. So, see, they had time to know each other.
See, and that's what's wrong with America today, because nobody knows how to get along with each other anymore, or even to go even along at that point to even get a chance to know somebody for that long without blowing it up and making it looking like a crappy ass relationship.
Yeah, well, a good relationship, you can't start it out on a broken foundation. Your mom and dad didn't have that. I felt like I didn't have that. I felt like I had a solid foundation, but
you guys found each other, and if it wasn't for you guys finding each other, I would not even be doing this show right now.
Exactly.
There we have it, in layman's terms.
You're a prodigy of the Big Bang. That's about
I hope so. I really fucking hope so. I really do. I'm trying very hard with this project, trust me. Hey, let me give you a little story here. When I did radio back in high school, it was one of the best things I've ever done for myself. I knew I had a future in doing it at least, and that's why I'm doing this now. To give people a chance, if you're going to listen to talk shows, at least listen to this one. At least this has a little bit of substance to it that most shows don't have anymore. As far as I'm concerned, this project right now, I'm working with my family getting this project together. Last week's show, even for 18, 19, 20 views, I'll take it, man. That's pretty not bad for a first chance. And to be honest with you, I'm going to keep doing this show because that's where my heart is. And Dara, I told you about this months back ago that I was getting this set up for this very moment. And
there's a lot of things to talk about, people don't want to talk about. And if you get to the source of people and talk to the actual people, you know what? People always tell me things. Well, you don't know what you're talking about because you haven't gone through what I've gone through. You may think.
But everybody has their own story, and that's what I'm trying to say.
Nobody knows until it happens to that person.
Absolutely. Everybody has their own story. Everybody has their own purpose.
Exactly.
Give everybody a fair chance.
Exactly.
That's all
And
I
start
ask.
talking about these things we don't want to talk about. There's a lot of things. When you hear about something as taboo as incest.
Yeah.
Oh my God! But if people would bring that up and start blowing it out of the ballpark.
Oh God, we
or
better start running into our toilets because guess what?
Yeah.
They're not gonna want to
If
hear
you
us
don't
at
want to
that
talk,
point.
you want to do something about it. You do not want to do anything about it. If you want to do something about it, I have my kids in online schooling now. I didn't even want them to deal with it. Every year I have to
And
explain
guess what? I saw
but
I saw all the
I gotta
updates
hear
about
it.
that. I saw all the updates about that. I'll tell you what. Congratulations to them. They're doing
Thank
very
you.
well, it
Thank you,
seems.
because it's going well. I'm telling you, I don't have to tell anybody what I could tell them what I want to tell them now. They decide every year. I have to tell them what happened. No, they know what happened. If they have their record, that record should be indicated that they have appointments. If they miss school, I have to explain to them therapy. I'm tired of explaining that to them every year. No, I don't need to. I don't need to explain to them anymore now. The only one thing I need to explain to is their teacher's son if they get their homework done or it's correct or not. They don't need to know my personal life. The people that don't care and they ain't gonna do anything about it anyway.
Yeah.
No, I don't want them to know it. So it all.
Let me ask you this then. Do you think our educational system out there that all these kids go to every single day we'll call school, do you think the educational system right now is for the better of a child or the worse for a child?
Worse because the kids are doing the same thing they would do in school, but they're getting it done in 4 hours, and all they're doing is work. They're not having a little lunchtime gathering where people start passing notes and calling names. They're not in between classes where people trip each other or dog each other out, and all that wasted time. You go to school to learn because
Yes, you
without
do.
learning, you're going to be saying, "You want fries with that?" And they're going through this stuff like nobody's business. Why should the actors and actresses have the ability to do this stuff for years?
And I have a problem with it, right?
And we can't. No, we do. We do, and we're getting it done. I don't have to deal with anybody. I don't have to deal with anybody else's kid who has a problem that messes it up for every other kid in the class because their parents don't care about them. I don't need to deal with that anymore.
So imagine how the teachers feel about these kids every single day.
Well, the teachers, a lot of teachers, they don't want to deal with that.
Oh, absolutely.
They pacify it. Then the kid that gets picked on comes back, does something, and then they're the ones that are the troublemaker when they could have stopped it all. And it's not right. It's out of hand. So many things are out of hand. The bullying, the depression of the kids, suicide, the adult suicide. Everybody's afraid to admit to.
Everybody should just wake up and speak up.
I know.
Just do that.
No, nobody will. They're afraid. Everybody's afraid. I'm not afraid.
I'm not afraid either.
I'm not afraid to speak about anything. I'm no fear now.
Everybody should live with no fear. If everybody lived with no fear, we would have no problems right now.
I know.
And to me, that's the sad point.
Wake
up, people. There's a lot of problems we're facing. Not only that, but I mentioned even before I had my aunt as a guest on this show, I mentioned about the government shutdown and how I know that is affecting other people out there. All this shit's real, people. It's not fake.
All the government shut down, little by little, everything's going to start.
Everything's shutting down.
But it's hurting right now. Right now, it's hurting the people that are very poor and need to have.
Exactly.
It's not affecting anybody that doesn't use the daycares, that doesn't use,
and before you know it, everybody who has food stamps out there, your shit is next.
Yep, it's just
you're next. Trust me.
Yep, even Social Security. Okay, right now the furlough, people on furlough. So the Navy, Army, and all those.
Our military.
They're not getting paid. Okay, fine. They're not getting paid. I don't know how their families are doing it. The museums are closed. I think daycares are closed.
Yeah. It's
It's affecting
affecting
everyone through
a lot of
depression.
people, and nobody's turning an eye to it. That's what I
It's
think is
all they're
absolutely wrong
put them
about
in
it.
depression.
Welcome to
They
the
want to
next
see
Great
the
Depression. Yes.
insurance bill go up. Wait till they all standing in line for
Oh no 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 no
Ulta.
no! Here's a funny here. I should just give you the details now. When I first did the program, I mentioned that at work. Did you know I was working 40 hours at a gas station? They have now cut me down to 20 to 25 hours, and now demand that I get health insurance
Yeah,
that I have to pay for out of a 20 to
right,
25-hour check. If
right.
people don't think this shit is for real, look it up, man. Look this
Well, it
shit
is
up
for
for
real.
yourself, you know.
Yeah, it's the Affordable Care Act or something.
Yes,
That's
absolutely.
like me. Okay, so their dad does what he does. He served in the Navy. I get no insurance. I'm $4 over on getting government survivor benefits. $4 over to even get this, like Hoosier Care, but it's called Sooner Care here.
Right.
I don't
Sooner
qualify
care,
for that,
imagine that.
so I have to buy my own insurance. If not, I get penalized. So it's
Can I
like
ask you this? And I don't mean to cut you
I
off.
can't get any food stamps or nothing.
All right? Let me ask you this. Is a Sooner
Okay.
to Oklahoma is like a Hoosier to Indiana?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
And just imagine that Oklahoma beat us last week. Isn't that sad
Mhm.
for everybody? I'm just trying to lighten the moment. So, yeah, I will say Oklahoma beat Notre Dame. So what? But Notre Dame won tonight. So
Well,
kiss our
Oklahoma
asses.
needed to beat Notre Dame because they did play better. I mean, I'm all for whoever plays better.
Yeah.
And
You play
Oklahoma
better, you
lost
win.
the last 9, I believe, so they did deserve a win if they had it coming.
Sure.
Go Sooners, whoever the best team win. But
We did tonight, at least.
and then everybody wants to get into depression. Well, you had your chance, but
Well, hey, there's
you
better
blew it.
selves to cut your wrist for if you're going to go that route. Let's not make a football game the determination of life or death.
Right.
Let's use real life factors to determine that. And you know what? I just want to say again, I want everybody to know that tonight's conversation with this woman should teach up people a lot of lessons out there. Seriously, when you go back to hear
I
this
hope
again, I really do. When I hope to go back to hear this on my own, I'll say, yeah, God damn it, I learned something tonight.
Exactly.
And I hope that everyone in this room that's giggling like a bunch of schoolgirls will learn something from it too. We're going to go ahead and take a break. Aunt Darlene, thank you for being on our show.
Okay, thank you, honey.
Thank
Good
you.
luck. I'll be
And
listening.
thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back right after this. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you really enjoyed our guest tonight. That was a very good conversation. I couldn't ask for anything better than that, honestly. I hope it wakes people up out there and you get a chance to see something for real instead of just what's being put out there as far as I'm concerned. So I want to say this about unity. I want to say this about the life of a lost one because I'm kind of rehashing both of the subjects. And I do want to say that on top of that, that everybody should give life a real chance. Everybody has their own story. Everybody has their own issues. A matter of fact, I just spoke about one not too long ago on Facebook. One I thought that was really grateful and one that was really worth my time. I read it through somebody else's page, a matter of fact. And if I wouldn't have done that for myself, I wouldn't know what I would have done. My friend Amanda Mouse on Facebook posted a picture that said Save Tanya. She eventually ended up writing a story that explained Tanya's situation without putting it out there. I read that story. And without a support system, what do you have? Without a support system, what do you have? So, reading that whole story, I went into my own story about it. I left it on her page, Amanda Mouse's page, speaking about Tanya Clutter. That was a great story. Everybody needs a support system. Everybody needs someone to hold or at least stick behind you. Stick behind what you're trying to do. That's what this whole night's been about. Stories that can change somebody. That's the whole thing. So overall, I will say to this, based on the guests I had tonight, that story was a lot more than what I thought it was going to be. And it even taught me something about tonight. As much as I miss my own mother, at least I know a story about how her and my dad got together. That means a lot to hear that story. It means a lot to know about the substance of that story. And I hope that all teaches everybody out there something. I hope it teaches everybody out there something that you didn't know before. Don't ever underestimate things. Always be serious about what you're trying to do. Be serious about what you're trying to accomplish. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid about what. Live your own life. Do what you're meant to do. That's what tonight taught me. Through a lot that I have learned from tonight, I'll take this with me into the next show. it will build on something even better than this show. And I think tonight's show was even better than last week's show, as far as I'm concerned. This one kicked last week's show's ass, if you just give it a chance. In the next upcoming weeks, I hope to have bands not only from our area, but from around the country on this show. I hope to have interviews with people out there that welcome all the crowds in life. Brings it all together instead of separating it apart all the time. I want to bring this show is meant to bring things together and have an understanding of what you're hearing. I'm not an idiot. And this is not the first time I've ever done this. So I want to bring what I can together when everything else is falling apart. Everything else around us right now I seem is falling apart, and it's killing me. And it's time to band together, people. It's time to band together because everybody's losing themselves. You heard earlier in the program what I went through, how it's affecting me. And if this is the only thing I could do for my life right now, I'll do it. And I'll do it with the best of my ability. So I'm just trying to band everything together before it all goes to hell. Before no one has anything left to even realize what kind of purpose we're living for. And I'll be right back right after this. Guatemala, I am back. That was a word that Josh just came up with. Guatemala. Sounds like a fucking country. Guatemala. Yeah, it does sound a lot like Guatemala. I'm just concluding the show with this at this point. I want to thank everybody who gave this episode a chance. Thank you, everybody out there who gave the first episode a chance. 18, 19, 20 views. That's amazing. And I'm hoping this to build off of this. Last but not least, I leave you with this. No matter what comes upon your way, don't be scared of anything. Through good, through bad, through thick and thin, through bad and ugly. Ladies and gentlemen, just keep it real. Because anything could change at any given time. You could be on top of the world 1 minute and you could be on the bottom the next. Let's give that a chance for once. Let's give it all a chance. And let's not deny what can make somebody good or bad at this point. So I leave you with this song. A song that I'm involved in. I want to thank Josh Wontuck, Corey Smith, again for a great broadcast. And yes, the friend Devin. What's your last name? Just don't worry about it. Devin, don't worry about it. That's how I'll call you from now on. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Salvation of the Shattered. We the humans. Have a good night.
We're human, never changing, never waiting, always wanting a life we never knew. Hating one another, something we never choose. Pretending not to be a life we need, never needing, right all the way. Walking down the road, never changing, fighting one another, for the instinct, praying that one day we'll stay. Fighting our battles day and day, just someone who wants to do. And one day will change, until then, that's why we're human, never changing, never waiting, always wanting a life we never do. Hating one another, something we never choose. Pretending not to bring the life we need, never eating, but other we try and think, we change our lives, but most just straight up lies. Support something new, something that happens every time. No matter how hard we try, something will seem to be, but then that's why we're human, never changing, never waiting, always wanting a life we never knew. Hating one another, something we never choose. Pretending not to bring the life we need, never needing, but